I'm meteorologist Carley Gomez. It is Friday the 13th, January 13th, and we're getting hit hard with more storms that have been pushing throughout the day. But now we are looking at some small breaks in the forecast, at least in the overnight hours, as we continue to see those breaks for the valley. A lot of those foothill spots getting hit hard with some scattered showers, as well as those thunderstorms now pushing through areas of Jackson as of about 7 p.m. Now, a lot of the snow starting to accumulate as well for the High Sierra. We do expect snow levels to begin dropping overnight into Saturday morning as we begin getting some of that clearing and pockets of cold air moving in along with the storm system overnight. That should drop that down to about 3,500 to 4,500 feet, accumulating maybe an inch or two of snowfall. Some higher totals, of course, for the higher elevations. All right, let's talk about the snowfall in the last 48 hours. The Central Sierra Snow Lab bringing in about 4.3 inches. In the 7-day snow total, 56.5 inches of snowfall this water year snow to date, which begins October 1st and lasts till September 30th, 291.73 inches. That is a lot of snow in a very short amount of time. In fact, over the last 18 days, we have accumulated a lot of snow starting on December 26th, lasting through the 13th. Now, the average water year, we get about 360.24 inches for an entire water year. That is about the average. We are getting close to that. With the storm system through the weekend, we could see these numbers bringing up as much as 60 more inches of snowfall for some areas around Donner, which is close to the Central Sierra Snow Lab there. And that could start bringing us way closer to the average water year to date. So much earlier. We usually get all these numbers in by the end of it all is usually the April 1st average. Okay, let's talk about the snowpack. As of January 12th, that's yesterday, the new numbers coming in by the end of the night, 192%. The Northern Sierra, Central Sierra, 229% of average. And the Southern Sierra, 267% of average. And of course, the average, again, is the percent of the April 1st date. We use April 1st because that is the date we typically start seeing less storm systems arriving by then. Most of our water is pretty much done by then. And that's where we start getting those numbers coming in. The April 1st average, we're at 104% of that. So looking very good with more storms in the pipeline. We have at least 3 more storms headed our way, which will add those totals up for the High Sierra spots, anywhere from 3 to 6 feet of snow coming up. All right, let's talk about that Sierra snow. Well, yeah, I mentioned 3 to 6 feet of new snow, but the snow levels, like I mentioned as well, 3,500 to 4,500 feet Saturday. Now, the early morning hours there, we're getting that cool air coming in, but that'll only bring us maybe a couple of inches for those elevations. But the big problem here is we are looking at gusts as high as 55 plus miles per hour, creating blowing snow, reducing visibility for the High Sierra spots, and the winter storm warning in effect until about 10 a.m. on Tuesday on the leeward side of the Sierra, but for everyone else about 10 p.m. on Monday for most of those Sierra spots, as we continue to see that heavy snowfall falling through that area, as well as blowing snow. Most of that blowing snow again for Saturday, Sunday, into Monday. Now, the weather ahead is going to continue to bring us rain and snow all weekend long, so just anticipate that. Yes, we will get some moments where you get some breaks here and there. You can head outside, maybe go to the store quickly, get some errands done, but then head right back in before the bigger heavy rain downpours come right back in. Winds do pick up for your Saturday. They're going to start really early in the morning, continuing on throughout the afternoon hours Saturday. As that next system arrives into your evening Saturday, we are getting our first one early morning Saturday. We get a small break in the middle of the day Saturday, and then by Saturday evening, we'll see some more rain right around 7, 8 p.m. Now, the dry streak is coming to an end, though. As we start to get a lot more sunshine coming in, we will start to see that dry streak here coming in by around Wednesday to Thursday. Now, Friday, this storm system's already pushed through. We're still getting some of the kind of tail end of that with scattered showers coming in through the overnight hours before the second one arrives for your Saturday early morning. And again, we're getting some of this rain as early as about 3:34 a.m., but we'll start getting the intense downpours closer to about 6 to 7 a.m., depending on how quickly the system moves, lasting until about 9 a.m. We'll get a small break between that, which I'll time out for you in just a bit. But just know you do have a little bit of a break midday Saturday. The intense downpours early morning. Sleep in, enjoy it while you can to stay indoors, and then you'll get that break. The next one after that, Sunday to Monday. That one will be a quick one pushing through, not as intense as Saturdays, but still bringing in quite a bit of rain. Now, the strong winds are creating a wind advisory. This will be in effect until 6 p.m. Saturday, kicking up in the early morning hours. We'll see about 35 to 55 mile per hour valley gusts and up to about 55 plus mile per hour gusts for the high Sierra areas and the foothills. Now, this will be 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. as the system begins arriving early morning. The impacts of what we've been seeing for the last 3 weeks almost. Power outages, down trees, same. But the strong winds are really only lasting for your Saturday. Sunday into Monday will be a little bit breezy, but not quite as bad. Friday night, you'll see those winds anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour in the valley. Not quite as bad as what we've been seeing in the last few weeks with some of those storms. High Sierra, this is becoming a little dangerous there in the overnight hours as we'll see a lot of blowing snow and that reduced visibility. Here's where it comes in. Remember, I let you know that we'll start seeing it around 7 a.m. Well, we're going to get some of the strongest winds close to about 8 a.m. 20 to 30 mile per hour winds. Some of the gusts could get as high as 50, 55 miles per hour. Strong gusts as well for the high Sierra. Really just slowing down, becoming light there, about 5 to 10 miles per hour from Sunday to Monday. Okay, let's time out our futurecast radar. So what we see with this is you start getting a lot of the models pushing most of that rain and snow toward the foothills, which we're used to, and the high Sierra. In the valley and the coastline, as we start getting closer to 8 p.m., you'll just get a stray, maybe a little quick shower here and there in the overnight hours. Nothing to be alarmed over, but what we're going to see early morning is this, a massive downpour, a line of storm here and showers pushing through around 7 a.m. Now, right behind the first one is another one. They're going to be quick, back to back, right there as we get from about 7 to about 9 a.m. It should be completely pushed through. For areas of the foothills, getting it around 9, but still lingering until lunchtime from Placerville south for those foothill spots. Now, everything from west of that, really from the valley, we're going to continue to see clearing. You may even get a little peak of sunshine for one moment before we get more scattered showers in the afternoon. But this is the time you want to get things done closer to lunchtime. I know a lot of people getting ready to watch the 49er game. As that starts around 1 o'clock, you should start to get some of that clearing so you can go out, get some chips and dip or whatever you want to get for your party. But otherwise, what you're going to look at is more heavy rain coming in right around 7 and 8 p.m. So remember, 7 a.m., well, 7 and 8 p.m. again. So there's your time frame there. We'll get some of the heavier rain pushing through around 8 p.m. As that passes through, you get another storm system arriving in the overnight, early morning hours from Monday to lunchtime, and more snow in the Sierra as well. Now, today we saw as much as almost a ½ inch to a little more than an inch of rain from Sacramento to Auburn. And then we continue to see a lot of rain in Oroville, about an inch there. But Stockton Modesto missed out a lot on that rain today, which is good. Some of that water has been flooding a lot of areas, and they need time to kind of let that recede. Now, the excessive rain here is leading to a flood watch. That will be in effect until Sunday, 7 a.m. for as much as 1 to 3 inches of rain in the valley and the foothills 3 to 5 inches. Now, as we start adding this up just into your Saturday night, we could see over an inch of rain in the Sacramento area and then adding up much higher for some spots you see in purple here that don't actually have monitor systems, but could get as much as 3 inches for a lot of those foothills. As we get to Tuesday, 7 p.m., we could get as much as 2.5 to almost 3 inches of rain for a lot of the valley as this whole set of systems pushes through from now all the way until Monday night. Now, looking at our models in the GFS for the snowfall totals, we could see as much as 3 to 4 feet of snow along 80 here from Emigrant Gap to Donner. And then you're seeing some areas like Kirkwood at 63 inches, Bear Valley 71. So there will be some areas and localized spots that may get more snow totals in areas, say Donner or off 80 where people are used to driving through. So we are looking at a lot, 3 to 6 feet is really what's expected as the series of storms push through. All right, let's talk about Wednesday. That is finally when a lot of people can get excited that we start to get some more clearing happening, especially for the foothills. We get some sunshine. And then from Wednesday and then Thursday here, as we get to Wednesday night, Thursday morning, we have one quick chance to see a shower. But luckily, this will be the overnight hours Wednesday to Thursday morning. So you can expect the daytime Wednesday and Thursday to be relatively nice, partly sunny to mostly cloudy, and then more sunshine on the way as we start moving through the weekend and into next week. We're looking a lot better with that sunshine. Let's get to the 10-day forecast for you. Low 50s into your Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, even Wednesday here. You see some small areas, mostly cloudy, partly sunny. And then finally, a streak of sunshine moves through from Thursday to the following Monday with those temperatures in the mid to upper 50s.